all of the blackheads and stuff. Look at my chin.
Yeah.
It looks like a normal chin. Look at my nose.
You have beautiful skin.
Oh,
it just was hiding under the dead skin and stuff.
Oh my god. I record my reaction.
Here with HueVine Wellness and Spa, and today we are doing a H₂0 facial, which concentrates on removing and decongesting the skin, removing blackheads, removing whiteheads, removing all debris and anything that is making it difficult for the skin to be refined and absorb product, because a lot of times you guys think your product doesn't work, and that's not true. Your skin is just super congested and it needs to be cleansed. So the reason why I chose to do H₂0 facial over manual extractions at the very beginning is because I actually sat and steamed her face for about a good 5 to 10 minutes, which softens her skin very, very well. And then I used a suction. I used about medium to more aggressive suction, because she has a lot of blackheads in her T-zone, in her forehead area. And I just like the going back and forth method because it helps to loosen them up. So as you can see here, I'll actually go back and forward, and then I'll change directions, and it'll help to pull all the blackheads to the surface. And the more I go in, it eventually pulls them all out. At the end, I'll manually extract whatever did not come out, because it's only so much pressure that I can use, and which is a good thing because it's actually pulling lymph to the skin and pulling more blood flow up to the face, so it makes for a more luminous finished result. And I actually use the suction head, the pressure from the sides, to help me with the extractions. So the machine itself does the work, but I'll use the pressure from the side. See right there where everything is coming out of the nose, the pressure from the side of the piece to actually assist. And all of the white debris that you see built up in the tip is actually sebum and debris from her skin. So it happens so fast where you guys can't see the full extraction, because it's while it's pushing that the aloe solution onto her skin and into her pores, it's actually sucking out simultaneously. So I'm going to do that for the majority of the treatment. And then like I said, I just constantly go back and forth. And this really helps with minimal bruising. It helps with the extraction. Sometimes when clients come when their skin is too congested, it'll take more time than we have scheduled out to get all of the debris and blackheads out of her skin. So this really speeds up the process, and it's actually my favorite service, because my skin gets very, very congested. Very congested. time for manual extractions. And it's a couple tools that I like to use. I like to use this triangular tool because it helps with if debris is already at the surface, so you kind of just do it with a dragging motion. You don't have to use too much pressure, and you guys probably think I'm using a lot of pressure, but you have to keep in mind her skin is extremely soft because I have been steaming it, and you can see like the steam going across the screen. It keeps the skin soft, so everything just comes right on out. Oh my god, it comes right out. And I just use pressure from the side. Sometimes I have one where it needs direct pressure. As far as these blackheads here, I have to go and I use the loop tool because the reason why I like using the loop tool is because it applies pressure around the entire area. So if I'm going for a blackhead, you get a 360 pressure versus just from one side, or with the rocking back and forth motion that I do with the loop sometimes. Same thing with the black hair removal. So I'm just going to do these manual extractions on a lot of them that did not come up, and I actually go over areas that was already treated with H₂0, just if there's any residual left right there at the top of the pore. And I'm going to continue these manual extractions for a while, so enjoy. Okay, so now I am finishing off all of the manual extractions. So I'm going back in and seeing any pores that may have any residual left in, or I didn't get them, or because the H₂0 pulls everything to the surface. If it's loose enough, it'll pull it, completely suction it out. But sometimes you have areas where it's more trapped, or like it got like on her nose, it got majority of the blackheads that were on the top. But the manual extractions help us to basically, it's like it takes the top off being the blackhead, and we go in and get what's left underneath. So when we do a facial like this, the first time is usually where we do a lot of the grunt work, because if they have never had a facial, or if they haven't had a facial in a very long time, they'll have a lot of congestion. So it's only so much you can get. That's why we say your facials in series, because it's a lot of time. And this, as you can tell, this is a lot of extraction. So this is a standard H₂0 facial, where we basically just go in and clean all of the skin out. And she will have a little redness, no bruising, no swelling, but she will be a little red for the rest of the day. But she'll be good to go after that. So no bruising or anything, because the water helps. Still manual extractions on her cheeks, see that entire area. See, I try to work in quadrants of the face so that way I'm not jumping and bouncing around. I'm gonna have to get out as much that is loosened up. So just more and more instructions. So enjoy, you guys. we are ending with our extractions now. And look at that. That's all of the oil and sebum from her skin. Okay, so now I am using the cold hammer in conjunction with our moisturizer. Well, first I'll be using the Refresh. It's a mask, an aloe based mask, and it's going to close her pores, moisturize her skin. And then instead of using a hot towel, I use a cold towel so it can help to shrink her pores. And we sped this up a little bit. I was not working on Tara's face that fast like that. We sped this up to where I moisturize everything in, and that is the end result. Look at that. Clean, clear, glistening, healthy, moisturized skin. See you guys later.